Yeah, this is not a particularly exciting intro or theme for the video for that matter. It's just a review for a gaming chair. Now, I personally don't particularly like this type of this category of product. I don't understand why an ergonomic chair, specifically comfortable and supportive chair, has to be a gaming chair. But there you have it. It seems that this is a catchy title and everybody seems to know what gaming chairs are all about. Now, this particular model is the Abildaa chair from Jysk or Jysk or Jysk. I don't know how you pronounce it in your country. This is it's a Scandinavian themed store for furniture and do-it-yourself type of interior design, similar to IKEA. And the particulars of this chair, because I'm going to go in depth and do a no-nonsense review about the material, the build quality, the functions, but what's important to note for this chair, it is the cheapest chair that offers lumbar support in its category. I mean, you could pin this against the Razer Esker. And that's what I'm gonna do, at least on paper, because I haven't tested the Razer Esker, but those are the only two chairs that I could find in my home country that are, well, that are worth looking into, especially if you have some back problems like I do, because I have a bit of a, well, a lot of kyphosis. I'm very crooked here in the upper part of my back. And really, I needed something very supportive, very comfortable, but very rigid and well put together at the same time. So yeah, that's a bit of a long intro for a straightforward subject. I apologize about that, but there you have it. Let's get into reviewing this thing and see what it's all about. And we'll start with the materials. Now, what can I say about this chair? Well, first of all, the materials, the padding, I will show you a close-up because you can't really see it over the camera. The material, this sweet-looking thing is, well, it's not Alcantara or anything fancy, but it's not supposed to be. I like that it's easily cleaned. It's really resistant to wear and tear. It's not especially premium, but it is above, it is a grade above the basic standard cheap materials on the market. There is also a sort of a small pillow included for neck support, which I don't really mind, but I don't find interesting at all. I don't really need it either, so this is just an added bonus. These elbow supports are quite nice, even though a bit crude maybe compared to a more premium chair. But the nice thing is they're adjustable on height, and also you can swivel them a bit, a few degrees, which is sort of nice. You can slide them front and back, which is another bonus of this chair. So it really shows that this type of chair is aiming at a much higher level than its price point would suggest. Here on the bottom end of the chair, you can really feel there is a bit of a plasticky piece of trim, which doesn't sound too good when you touch it, but it's not bad. It's well appointed and fits well enough in the whole design of the chair. And here also you have the, well, you have this lever which allows you to, to lay on your back like so. And what you heard right there is the first disconcerting thing about this chair. Now, I'm going to try to replicate again this issue. So, the only gripes in terms of quality I have with this chair is when you sit down, yeah, so you felt that, you heard that. There is a piece of something here. I understood I've read something on the internet. It's regarding the, well, some sort of piston that makes this noise, and it is rather unpleasant, but I didn't feel anything quality-wise, so the chair still holds itself up and down. You can adjust the, well, you obviously can adjust the height, and it's no issue with it in terms of functions, though that noise is sometimes a bit disconcerting. I found it sufficiently bearable to not return this chair to the warranty department, but I've read some reviews on their official store where other people just informed the store about the issue, and they got the replacement piston over the, I don't know, over mail or something like that. So they had the part shipped to them within warranty, of course, and I'll see. Right now this chair, I've been using this chair for about 2 months or so, so I don't really feel the need to ship it directly to the customer service, to the store to be replaced or fixed, because I don't find anything wrong with it, technically speaking. So in terms of functions, it does its job. The only problem is that nasty sound. I don't know if it's a sign of bad things to come, or it's just a, well, it's just a glitch in the design of this chair. It remains to be seen. Suffice it to say, I still have a 2-year warranty, and well, if in a year or so I find this thing not functioning properly, I will surely claim my warranty. But up until that point, I'll just wait to see what happens. Now, in terms of material, lower down you have these caster wheels, which are of course fixed with bearings, so they have bearings in place. They turn nicely, and while they do their job, I don't know how to explain it any simpler and straightforward than that. The fit and finish to the lower end is okay. This is just in mold injected plastic, but there is a nice grain to it and some sort of painted part which mimics I don't know, a graded steel plate or something like that. Not particularly, I find it a bit kitschy, but really I don't mind it at all. There's no metal finish to this chair, and that's just fine by my book. In terms of ergonomics, as I've said, the most important thing for this chair is the lumbar support. Let me just adjust it so you can see my posture better. So this lumbar support, there it goes again, this lumbar support combined with these elbow rests and the fact that it's very wide at the hips offers great posture for me, at least. So naturally, in a natural way, I can't really sit upright on a normal chair. I always tend to just to, well, you can see, to lower my head and to look forwards at a steep and rather disconcerting angle. But with this chair, what I can do is widen my hips, and I apologize for this rather well, this rather unflattering position, but there you have it. It's just anatomics. So what I can do is widen my hips like a toad or dog sitting down. Then I can rest my elbows on these armrests and just slip my chest forward while looking straight in front. And this is the best position for me while working, I don't know, medium times, not too much, maybe a half an hour on the PC or something like that. Also, when I get tired, I just apply a more comfortable position and laid back. Maybe I'll watch a bit of YouTube and just sit a bit crooked but comfortable while I relax my shoulder and upper back. And this to me is the best thing that you could say about this chair. I wouldn't care if the materials were bad, which they're not. They're quite good. But the most important thing is a correct position. And I can tell you from experience, because I've tested a lot of chairs, they don't really do anything for me below a certain amount of money, which brings me to the budget. So this chair is officially, in my country, it costs 1300 lei, which is about 250 to 270 euros, which is not bad in itself, because when you compare it to the Razer Isker, it's about 150 to 200 euros cheaper. So a Razer Isker is most likely better than this chair. But is it 200 euros worth of a chair better? Or rather, is it almost worth double the price? Well, I can't really say for sure because I haven't really had the opportunity to test the Razer Isker. There wasn't any showroom store around my area, so I could see the difference. Probably the lumbar support is better, though I don't like that finish for the Razer Isker. It's too gamey, I like a bit of low-key design, and this thing offers it in spades. The Razer Isker, as I've said, is probably the better chair, but it's almost double the price of this one, and I'll explain why. So this thing cost me 850 lei, which is less than 200 euros. It's 170 euros. JISC had a wholesale price drop for about 50 euros. I could have gotten this for 1000 lei, but I went in a new store which opened in my area, and they had an additional discount of 20% of each product. So anyway, that has been my hopefully informative and rather long review, but I had a lot of points to cover with this chair, and I'm pretty pleased with my purchase, especially since I paid only about 160 euros for the whole package. By the way, I haven't touched the packaging and the unboxing because it came in a rather grayish nondescript box, very well packaged and protected, but without any flashy writing or adornments on the box itself, which is good because that means that the whole money that this chair costs has been spent on the important things like design and so on, and not the packaging itself. So anyway, that has been it for me and this rather informative review of the JISC chair. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce it with a J because it sounds a bit dirty and obscene in English, if you know what I mean. I'm going to refrain from doing that. So at this point in the video, I can wholeheartedly say that I do recommend this chair, especially if you are looking for something with a lumbar support. At this price point, you cannot beat it. Until somebody comes to the market and competes with the JISC, I don't see any reason not to buy this chair, even if that sound is rather disconcerting. So I guess that has been it for me. I thank you for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye.